Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy frantically adjusting my settings, trying to get the settings just right to take this shot. Okay, I'm sorry. This title isn't clickbait, and I know this is a hot take, but after doing photography for about 10 years, I usually don't even shoot in manual mode anymore, and before you come at me in the comments, let me explain myself. Okay, so the reason I originally shot with manual mode so often is because my Canon T5 and then my Sony a6000, they didn't have like caps, so to speak, on the automatic shutter speed and like aperture priority. So oftentimes, depending on the conditions, it would set my shutter speed to like 1/10 of a second, and I have somewhat shaky hands, and I'd get, a blurry shot. And same thing with ISO, sometimes it would push the ISO too high, you know how it is with auto settings. But then when I bought the Sony a7 III, it came with this handy dandy little setting where I could cap the minimum shutter speed. So I could make it so no matter what the conditions were, the camera would never go under, say, 1/60th of a second. So I never had to worry about that issue that I had on my previous cameras. Because of that, I started using aperture priority mirror and just letting it set the shutter speed automatically. And in addition, new cameras, or new-ish cameras like the a7 III, have such good high ISO performance nowadays that I'm not worried about pushing my ISO to like 5,000 automatically to get a good shot. So in any case, shooting in aperture priority allows me to focus more on composition and, that's happening in life in front of me as opposed to sitting here trying to get my settings dialed in. Now that being said, there are some situations where I still spin the mode dial to M because there's some things that the automatic modes just cannot handle. Some examples include anything related to low light conditions, like shooting at night for astrophotography or capturing, light trails or motion or anything like that. Same for capturing like super fast action. I'm talking like 2,000ths of a second shutter speeds, that sort of thing. There's a lot of things that like aperture priority just can't handle. And now finally, before I finish this video out, I'm gonna make it abundantly clear, I do not use like intelligent auto or anything like that. I only use aperture priority, so don't come at me. So yeah, besides those specific situations, I just prefer aperture priority because I'm a very, I guess you could say point and shoot photographer, and I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that per se. I get paid for what I do and I get the results that I'm happy with. So yeah, I just don't use manual mode much anymore because I prefer to be, as generic as it sounds, present and in the moment, and cameras have gotten so good that aperture priority can usually, like 95% of the time, get me what I need. So yeah, let me know in the comments, do you guys have any thoughts? Do you think I'm, a bad photographer for this? Do you agree? Do you ever use manual mode anymore? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for the action. I'll see you next time.